change as he described the situation, as being monotonous is perceived as a sign of lying. Still, he does sound neutral. Lewis did say that after Mendenhall didn't get the job, a former deputy told him that Mendenhall made statements that he was going to quote-unquote take care of him. He declined to answer who, but after a break, he revealed the name.
I know you're not. I know you're mad. And
Michael Dow was the one who told me about Reagan Mall running her fucking Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And I probably shouldn't say that. I'm sorry. And the other one is his last name's Payne. I don't know what his first name is.
Yeah.
He made the comments about me being in here the other day.
This was the last piece of information there was about the first complaint, and the conclusion was to be determined by Sheriff Loftus, who's sitting here. Now we move on to the second and longest accusation: conduct unbecoming of a deputy sheriff. But for that, we need to hear his pattern of events.
Tell me about this whole transferring thing to Echo and how this began, conversations with the sheriff and all this, okay? Because apparently we've been told that you were transferring, but there was no personnel order and that you're not being transferred and all that, so it's a big, so come tell me from the beginning. I guess, I'm assuming after the Bravo shift mess is when this began.
Yeah, I'll tell you, and this right here is, you may see a little fire in my eyes in this one, because this is a little bit personal.
Okay.
When I was at GTI, I got a text message from somebody on the road that said, "Hey man, we're glad you're coming over." Okay, where am I coming? Heard you, they announced in the roll call today that you were coming on our side of that. Okay, great.
And this is time out just for a time frame. This is just after the Bravo crap was over with.
I don't even know if it was over because I was at GTI. I have no idea what was going on.
Okay.
This was when I had to send you some supplemental from something from a year and a half ago.
From the older guy that did that,
Exactly.
yeah.
This was at the same time period. So that's the same time period.
So when you left to go to that school, you're still on Bravo?
When I left to go to that school, I was still on Bravo.
Okay.
I get down there, hey, we're glad you're coming over, we're looking forward to you coming to Echo. Great. Phone service down there was horrible. So it was probably that evening sometime when I was able to actually get around to calling somebody. I called the captain and I said, heard I've been transferred. And he said, no, Captain. And I said, all right. He said, yeah, we're moving you to Echo temporarily until we can figure out what's going on. I said, all right, that's fine. We'll stop that part of the story right there. In February of this year, Doug Bortone and I started the process of trying to get me switched over to Echo. Amy's school schedule, we knew it was coming. We knew ahead of time it was coming. The kids have been accepted into different schools, special schools. We knew all of these issues were going to arise. The schools have become more demanding. We had advance notice that there was going to be some issues if she had the kids at school before a certain time or after a certain time. So we kind of knew that this thing was coming.
What's her name?
She's a teacher. I talked to Lieutenant Bortone about it, and he said, all right, well, let's start the process. He talked to Lieutenant Ridgway, and I talked to Lieutenant Ridgway. He said, well, come on, let's go talk to him. So we went and talked to Lieutenant Ridgway. Ridgway said, we'll see what we can do. I'll put it out to my guys and see if anybody wants to transfer. Nobody wanted to transfer off of Echo. That's fine. I said, well, over the course of the next several months, I said, whenever. I said, I'm giving you advance notice. I said, because August is when the school year is going to start. I said, so I'm going to need something in place by August. Okay, great. He said, 6-7 months notice. This is perfect time. We can do this.
Lewis had to transfer for his kids, and he gave a 6-month advance notice. Seems like a reasonable request with a proper time frame, but it turns out that instead of getting it approved, there was a lot of dilly-dallying.
This was obviously whatever the hell was going on Bravo.
What was going on Bravo?
So I said, that's fine. Time passed. Once, every couple of weeks we try to work something out or whatever. I'm working on it. I brought up the suggestion of, I said, if it comes down to a point, I said, I'm going to need to be on that set schedule. I said, that's where we can get you into investigations, or we can do this, or we can try. I said, that schedule's not going to work for me. I said, I need this where I'm guaranteed that I'm going to be off in the morning when the kids, even if it's only for 4 hours sleep, 4.5 hours sleep, I come home and take a nap. As long as I can be there to make sure that the kids go somewhere. During the daytime, if they're sick, I can stay home with them. Amy can split her class in the afternoon and still get a full day's work in, and she's been there all day. So, everything was kind of in line there. I said, I'm going to need investigations. I said, I need the Echo hours. I said, if I need to, I said, I can take a voluntary demotion to do that. And he said, okay. that process continued on. To my knowledge, nothing was ever put in paper. Nothing was ever put in writing. He and I never, we never signed anything, or he never put anything down with a request or anything like that. Well, when I went to Echo, when I found out I was going to Echo when I was at GTI, I'm like, all right, well, something apparently worked. Somebody said something. Ridgeway stepped up. Something happened. I just assumed. I didn't say anything. So I come back to work, pick up an Echo car. Had SWAT that Tuesday because I was supposed to go to the Echo hours to work Wednesday, Thursday. I come back and I pick up an Echo car and I drive the Echo car. While I'm driving the Echo car, I get a call at SWAT Tuesday afternoon when I was leaving the SWAT training, probably 4 o'clock or so. I get a message from David. Give me a call. I said, all right, called him. I said, what's up? He said, man, I'm looking forward to you coming in tomorrow. I said, for what? He said, for Charlie. I said, first time I heard about this. And he said, well, you've been assigned to my platoon. Okay. I said, well, I'm not going to be able to come in the morning. I said, because I was planning on working Echo hours, so I have to be available to take care of whatever the situation is with the kids. He said, well, that's fine. Take tomorrow off and we'll talk about it on Thursday. And I said, all right. So I took that day off. Thursday I came in and sat down and talked to him. I said, these are the situations, the ones that I just laid out for you. I said, this is where it all started. And I brought him up to speed to where we are now. David said, we're going to work something out. We're going to make it happen. We're going to see what we can do. Talked to Damon. Damon talked to the captain. I'm assuming that the captain talked to the major. I don't know for sure what happened after that. We all sat down and talked, and I said, he said, give me a couple of weeks here. We can work something out. So, Captain sat down with him. He said, let's give it a couple more weeks until we get back to third shift. He said, I already know what's on your mind. I don't want you to take a voluntary demotion. That's not what I want you to do. I was very specific. I said, give me a couple of years here. I said, I just need to, with Case the way he is right now, when I got back from GTI, it was obvious that he needed Dad at home. I mean, there was no question about that at all. I had to beat him back in line for a couple of days, but he was fine. And then,
How old is he?
He's 5. So, Allison was going through some things. Belle was pretty much on keel. And, it's hard for a mom with 3 kids working full time to try to handle the kids and do everything. So, I said, I told the captain, I said, listen, I said, my legacy's not here. I said, it's at home. I said, when I walk out the door, I said, nobody's going to remember me 2 weeks after I leave, whether it's as a major or a master deputy or a deputy. I said, but, my family's going to know me forever. We talked about it a little bit. I raised kids. I know what it's like. Okay. That's fine. But, I want my kids to remember my name. I want my kids to know who I am. So, a couple of weeks went by, nothing came up, nothing was available. Damon Hubbard went and checked to make sure that all of the, that there was space available for me on Echo as a deputy. The week before September the 5th, I turned in, and I'm almost positive September the 5th is right. I still got the letter in the car. I think September 5th started a new pay period. So the week before September the 5th, I said, listen, I hate to do this, but. So I turned my letter in to Damon. He says, well, let's go talk to the captain. I said, all right. So we went and sat down with the captain.
A letter about taking the demotion.
Voluntary demotion.
Okay.
The captain said, well, everything's already been approved. He said, I've approved it. The major's approved it. He said, the sheriff's aware of it. I said, okay, great. I went to put, I dropped my letter, and that was it. He said, when we were walking out the door, the captain said, I want you to know that, this doesn't mean anything at all. I still expect you to perform the way you've been performing. I still expect you to train. This is not going to hinder you in the future. If you want to try, if you want to test again later on down the line when everything gets on the level, you can. Great. At September, it was the week before September 5th. And I'll tell you why I remember that day. Because the captain said, starting on Monday, which would be the 5th, you'll go to Echo as a deputy too.
So as Captain, who's aware of this? Just give me a Captain East.
Captain East
Hubbard.
and Lieutenant Hubbard were the only 2 at that point when we were in his office that had seen my letter.
And they said that it had been approved above them.
The captain said, the major's aware, this has been approved and all that.
Okay.
So the captain said, all right, well, I'm going to call down to
Sally.
I'm going to call down to Sally, and I'll have the personnel order cut. I said, okay, great. So I walk out, and got my way out, and the captain says, no, the sheriff's got an open door policy. If you want to go sit down and talk to him, you can. And I said, well, it's not. If he's already approved it, I'm thinking, well, I might even, no
And
offense.
to this point, sorry, but I just want to be clear. To this point,
Absolutely.
you haven't talked to the sheriff
No.
directly about any of this?
Nope.
Okay. And when did you talk to roll call about saying that you were leaving Is that
That
you getting
was
to that, or-
that morning when I turned in my letter. Damon Hubbard and I talked about it the day before, and he said, "Do you want me to say something, or do you want to say something?" I said, "No, I would rather address them and tell that this is what's going to happen."
Okay.
And he said, "I said I want."
So that would have been before September 5th?
Yeah, it would
Like
have
the
been-
day before, or the day that you spoke with Captain and,
Exactly.
the same day?
That morning.
Okay.
So I said, "Listen, guys, as far as roll call went, listen, guys, I'm taking a voluntary demotion to go back to Echo for personal reasons. I appreciate everything. Y'all been great. Thanks." That was the extent of it. Turned in my letter. Everything went down with the captain. Everything went down with the captain. And then Damon on the way out said, I said, "What do you think?" I said, "Do I need to go talk to the sheriff or just leave this alone?" He said, "I would go talk to the sheriff if I were you." I said, "Great." So I go down and sit outside of his office. There's a couple people inside. I'm waiting. And then he opens his front. He had his front door closed where Jackie's desk is, and the side door was open. A couple of people came in. They were talking about some stuff, and he opened the door. He got up and opened the door. And he kind of looked at me and said, "Hey," he said, "What are you doing?" Yeah, and we kind of talked for a minute. We started off joking about 1911s and one because he was carrying that big house captain's gas. And he was toting that, and he pulled it out, dropped it, showed it to me, and I was taking a listen to this. We dry fired it. He was talking about guns for a minute. I said, "Listen," I said, "I want to talk to you about this voluntary demotion." I said, "I appreciate it." He said, "Explain to me the situation." So I did. Told him the same thing I told the captain, the same thing I told the lieutenant. He said, "Okay." He said, "Well," he said, "can you hold off for me for a couple of days? This is something that needs to be done ASAP." I said, "Define ASAP." I said, "What are you talking?" He said, "Within the next 2 to 3 weeks." No, I said, I can roll back one week with Charlie to night shift, knowing it was going to be hard. I said, "But I can roll back 1 week on night shift with Charlie." I said, that's not going to be a problem. When a man says, "Hey, listen, I don't like the idea of you taking a voluntary demotion," and he's willing to let you keep your strike and maybe try to work something out for you, great. I'm gonna do it. So I said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it." And he said, "I got something in the works." He said, "But I'm not willing to discuss it right now." He said, "I'm just not going to talk about it." He said, "But just give me a couple of weeks and let's see where we are." Okay, great. I walk out of the office and I said, I told him, "The captain's sending the personnel order down to Sally to be done." He said, "Tell him to hold off on that." I said, "All right." So I go back up and I told him, I said, the captain was on his way down the back, actually. And I said, "Captain, hold off on the personnel order." He was like, "All right." I get back in the car, I take off. I told Lieutenant Hubbard the conversation. The sheriff made a comment. He said, "I will personally call you and tell you when I find out something is done." I said, "Okay, great." A couple of weeks passed. I'm on couple of weeks into third shift and hadn't heard from him. So I called him and left him a message, or didn't leave him a message. I called him and left a message from Jack. That's, whatever that was, Jack Verstappen. That was there about a week later. So we're probably 3 weeks into night shift at this point, maybe. He calls me back, and it was in the afternoon. He said, "Well," I was awake, but not up. My phone rings. He said, "I answered the phone." He said, "Well, this is locked." I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "Man, I'm sorry, I just got your message." He said, "I was laying in there stack of papers." He said, "What can I do for you?" I said, "Well, I was just calling to check and see if anything had come about." He said, "Everything's going to be taken care of on Monday." He said, "We're going to move." He said, your situation will be resolved and we'll have you where you need to be on the 17th of October. He said the new pay period is what he initially said. And I said, "You mean Monday?" And he said, "No, not Monday. The following pay period is 17th. And I said, "Okay." And just to let you know, I've never kept up with pay periods in 15 years. That's how I've been able to keep up with pay periods for the last couple of months. So
You can tell that Lewis was fed up with the promises they kept giving him. It had reached a point where his kid's school had begun. This was September, and he was doing night shifts to keep up and kept appealing to his superiors for the voluntary demotion. But now he was getting agitated.
So he said on the 17th. I said, "Great."
Time out. Did he say what? He just said everything will be handled by the 17th.
He said he was gonna take care of everything, and I would be where I needed to be on the 17th, or to be taken care of, and I would be where I needed to be on the 17th. I may be paraphrasing. I don't know if that's a quote, but something along those lines. I was under the impression that I would be wherever he wanted me to be put by the 17th.
Meaning Echo, because that's what you needed, or?
But never at any point did he ever say he was going to put me on Echo. Never at any point did anybody say that I would go to Echo. I asked to go to Echo, and we were trying to get me to Echo. And I'll let Lieutenant Hubbard tell you all of the stuff that he said about trying to get all the details he arranged about trying to get me over to Echo without me losing a strike. I don't know what all he did, but he worked his ass off.
So you didn't carry the way, but if you could still keep your strike, that'd be great.
That's exactly right. And that was my philosophy from the beginning. If I can keep my strike, great, but I don't care. That was the last thing that I was left with. I talked to Lieutenant Hubbard about it. We've been in touch with each other, at least once a week at a minimum about this. The 17th started my week of SWAT school, the 1 week SWAT school that we have every year, which is negotiator structure. So that started our week of SWAT. While I was rolling off that weekend, I asked them knowing that I was working third shift, I asked on the week before, I said, would y'all mind letting me work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday on echo hours so that I can kind of be somewhat acclimated to a day shift schedule when I start my week-long school that's on day shift. The initial response was yes, and then they were like, no, because we're short of manpower. Okay, that's fine. The one reason I asked was because I didn't want to have to burn all of Sunday to go to do it. I just didn't want to have to do that. So Friday, Saturday, I worked third. Sunday, I was off Sunday night. Saturday night.
So was the school here, or did you have to travel?
The school was here.
Oh, okay, so you didn't have to drive anywhere, so.
No. I didn't have to drive anywhere. Okay. The school was here. Saturday night, we go through whatever, and Sergeant Lane tells me, he says, I'm going to need your car in the morning, and you need to drop your car off and whatever. He did an inspection on my shotguns, inspection on my ticket. And then he told me, he said, leave your car here in the morning. And I said, okay. And I said, and I had told him prior to that, I think it was Friday night, may have been before that, that what the lieutenant and I had discussed about the sheriff saying that on the 17th I would be put where I needed to be. Again, nobody ever said anything about that. Everybody assumed echo.
But you assumed that you were leaving Charlie shift.
But I assumed that I was leaving Charlie shift. So he said, well, I need your car. Okay, great. I'm like thinking to myself, what am I going to drive? But that was neither here nor there. He said, you need to make arrangements to pick up an echo car. And I said, okay. So, knowing that no personnel order had been cut, knowing that nothing had been in writing, I said, all right. He said, you need to call Sergeant Silver and get a car. Well, pretty sure this conversation was going to go with Sergeant Silver. So I made it a point to make the phone call from a recorded line, which was the Adam platoon desk on the far end.
Do you know
what extension that
what
is?
Day that would have been on?
That would have been the Saturday night. That would have been the Saturday, so it would have been the 17th, 16th, 15th. That would have been the night of 15th. I made a call from that phone. I called Sergeant Silver, and I said, hey, listen, they're asking me to turn my car in the morning. I need a car. Why are they telling you to turn your car in? No personnel order's been cut. He and I had a conversation about it, and I said, listen, I said, Sergeant, I said, it's not a problem. I said, I will drive my personal truck to SWAT this week. It's not a problem. It's not an issue. I don't know where I'm going.
Now's a better time to tell you that the second accusation was that Lewis was deceptive and untruthful during the misinterpretation of his transfer. At least that's what the report said. Also, he wanted to transfer to the Echo platoon, which is one that matched his requirements. He was originally in the Charlie platoon. After months of requesting the transfer or demotion, he got an unclear answer from the sheriff.
And on a personal footnote here, I was kind of like, well, it makes sense, but it's probably going to be easier for me to drop all my stuff off on Charlie because if in the middle of the SWAT week, I find out where I'm going, then I've got to leave SWAT, come up here, pick up some stuff, change out some stuff, get some new stuff, try to catch up with the supervisor, and then roll back out. So it wasn't an issue for me. So I told him, I said, I'll drive my personal car. I'll drive my truck. It's not a problem. You're not driving your personal car to SWAT team training. I've got a car for you. Just pick up that car. Okay, great. And that was the short version of that story. So I go and I pick up the Echo car Sunday night, and I drive it for the week.
Hey, tell me that real fast. About what time if we end up needing to pull that phone call?
That would have been right after roll call. So it would have been...
You're on night shift.
Yeah, it would have been somewhere between 7 and 8. So, probably closer to 7:30, maybe sometime in that time frame.
Okay.
So then I drive the Echo car all week. Now, the jokes have been immense. Where are you at this week? And that's just been the big joke. Where are you at? Where are you going? I don't know anything. Are you still an MD? Are you a deputy too? So I've been playing along with them, cutting up with people, and they're just jokes. I didn't make any derogatory comments about anybody. I didn't say I'm going to Echo this week. I didn't say anything. I had gotten wind that this was coming down the pipe the last week during the SWAT. So I called Lieutenant Hubbard and I said, have I ever at any point told you that I was going to Echo? And he said, no. He said, as a matter of fact, we don't know where you're going. That's been the big thing the whole time. And I said, okay. I said, I just want to make sure that I never at any point, he said, we all assume that you're going to Echo because those are the hours that you need. He said, but, nobody has ever told you where you're going, and you have never told me where you're going. And I said, I just want to make sure that I didn't give the wrong impression or anything like that. And he's like, all right, yeah, that's it. Why? And I said, well, no, nothing to it. And then I told him, that's the day that I told him, hey, I got wind that Mendenhall filed a complaint. And that was the day that we had that conversation.
Yeah.
That was it. I came back Sunday afternoon. I got a call that said, hey, you're still on my platoon until further notice. I don't know whether that's 3 days, 3 months, 3 weeks, or 3 years, but you're still on my platoon until further notice. I said, okay.
And who told you that?
That was Lieutenant Hubbard, and he said, if you have any further questions, you can call me or you can talk to Captain Brown.
Okay.
I said, okay. So as the week progressed, this week with SWAT unit on Tuesday, I heard that Walmsley was promoted on Monday. So I called the lieutenant, and he didn't answer, so I called the captain to see what the deal was. And he said, it's in the hands of the sheriff. And I knew by his tone of voice and the way that he was talking that this was shortly coming. So, I've been around for a minute, I know. So,
Did you?
I said, okay.
This time, like when you thought you were going to take the demotion and all that, you talked to roll call.
That's
Because you
right.
thought you were going at the time.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Yeah.
this time, being the 17th, or that last Saturday, or Friday, or the few days but leading up to that, after you talked to the sheriff or whatever, did you say to anybody on your shift or in roll call or anything, so-and-so's my last day on Charlie?
Yeah, the 17th, I said
It's
that.
been good working with you. I'm going to Echo.
I didn't say anything in roll call, but I told a couple of guys, I said, listen, I said, Monday's my last. I said, so, a couple of guys, hey, let's go get some breakfast, let's go do something or something.
Okay.
So, we went and got a little breakfast Sunday morning. Hey, where are you going? I don't know where I'm going. What side are you going to? I have no idea. When the whole sergeant thing came down, with Boyd getting demoted, I went to talk to Ridgeway, not because I wanted to be promoted to sergeant, because right now is not a good time for me to be promoted to sergeant. So I went to talk to Ridgeway to see if, what his thoughts were, if he was going to have anything available. Well, I'm glad you came to talk to me. And, we talked briefly. And to be honest, I say briefly, it was not brief at all, actually. It was about 15 or 20 minutes. But it was not, he said, I've talked to the sheriff about it, and, I'm not, let's make sure that we understand each other here. I'm not talking bad about anybody, but Ridgeway said, I've asked for you and Mike Decker, both as sergeants, and they told me that Decker wasn't available because he's not finished his probation. And I said, okay, I've heard that 1,000 times.
The way his superiors are dilly-dallying his simple request might be considered an HR problem, but it is still concerning. It feels as though this is more about internal politics rather than basic incompetence. Here, he's planning his last day breakfast plan, not knowing where he's going or what side he's getting sent to. This is how unpredictable promotions and demotions look in such small-town sheriff's departments. His interpretation of the conversation with the sheriff is that he would be transferred at the beginning of the new pay period, which would be October 17th. So it made sense for him to celebrate the 15th as his last day on the Charlie shift. Who knew that his interpretation would later be labeled as misinformation?
So I just kind of, just kind of let that one go. So, I was like, well, if something comes available, and that was it. He said, he talked to the sheriff about it, and he didn't want me to take the motion, and the sheriff didn't want me to take the motion, and that was pretty much the extent of the conversation. That was pretty much it. I talked to a couple of guys that Saturday night and told them that I wasn't, that I probably wasn't going to be back after the 17th. And that, again, I appreciated it.
You know who you talked to? Or who anybody you remember talking to?
We had all talked about going to breakfast. But we got really busy that night.
The whole, where we were working
Just the
at,
west side.
just the west side.
We'd all talked about going to breakfast. But I ended up late. Calmon ended up late. A couple other guys ended up high on the call up in 10.
That's the way it goes when it's time to get off.
Yeah, so, that was pretty much it. So, we were all kind of a scattered bunch. I sent out a message off the MDT, hey guys, we're not going to be able to make it this morning late, whatever. Thanks for everything. And that was it. I appreciate it anyway. A couple of guys didn't get the message, and I got a phone call about, 7:45. Hey, we're sitting over here. Where are you? I'm like, I'm on the way, guys. So, I went over and tightened my cage out from there, and sat there with Urbina.
Let me guess, the house? Yeah, that's good stuff.
with IHOP on it, and we ate a little bit, and
Oh,
you know,
them has to be up on Sunday.
you know, and we talked, and that was it. And you know, we just, I'll be honest with you, I think one question was brought up, where are you going? And my response was, I have no idea. And like I said, the following week is when I got wind of everything. And then I came back, drove the Echo car for a week, jumped in a Charlie car. That's been where I've been. They moved me to the east side because there was an apparent personal conflict between me and Sergeant Lane.
What's the deal with that? I mean, was there an issue about this whole swapping car thing? Did it get to be a tiff about it, or?
I had no tiff. I mean, no, there wasn't a tiff with me. I mean, whatever, you know, Sergeant Silver made some comments on the phone that were not in any way insubordinate. He just said, well, listen, he said, if that's going to be a problem, I'll call Lieutenant Hubbard on his vacation. I'll call my lieutenant. We'll figure out what the deal is. And then finally...
The problem about Lane taking the car from you and you not having a vehicle?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, but there was no...
What reason did he give you a reason as to why you needed to get rid of your car right then?
Sergeant Lane.
Uh-huh.
And Sergeant, I do not ask questions of Sergeant Lane, and whatever he says, I just, you know, either go along with it or, you know, try to handle it by whatever means are necessary. And, you know, his personality is my personality or not, you know, just don't gel. I mean, it's nothing personal against him. He's been around for a long time. He's a great guy, you know. But I mean, that's Sergeant Lane, and you know, it's just a personality conflict.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I don't know any history between the whole.
We don't have history.
If there's history or.
There's not one. There's not history.
Some people's personalities just don't gel.
And
And
that's
we
all.
know that. And all these people at the sheriff's office, everybody's not gonna get along. Or be buddies outside of here, rather.
And that's it. I mean, it's just a personality conflict between the two
As
of
long
us.
as we can get along and do our jobs together, then we're done.
I think Lieutenant Hubbard recognized it and moved me to the east side. So, Brian?
What's the, while we're on that subject,
Okay.
what's the, and I know you because I worked with you, and I know that, like today, your freaking boots are always shiny.
Sorry.
You're always in line with everything. So, obviously, when we started looking at this, pulling stuff up on your records and stuff, the deal about your car not being serviced, or the shotgun being dirty, and all that.
Yes.
I wanted to know, just,
Shotgun.
is everything good, or are you just stressed? Because you know, you remember when I asked you if everything was okay? Remember when I saw you down in front desk? And I was just making sure there wasn't something else going on that's, I mean, is there something going on, or is it just stress from this whole thing at home and all that? or-
I'm not happy at all.
Okay.
You want to know the honest
Here?
truth? I'll just tell you flat out, I'm not happy.
I mean, because I don't get your home business, but is that home or is it here?
My wife is perfect, and there are no issues inside 100 Mercer Drive. I mean, I've got, you know, my house.
I'm glad.
And my
You know, I
house-
just want to make sure you were okay, because I know that's not you.
No, it's not.
And that's why I wondered what was wrong.
That is, I'm not very happy.
Just not happy with things here right now.
I know, okay, well, you want the flat out truth? I'll tell you the flat out truth. I got railroaded, period. If you don't talk about anything at all, people will make up their own shit. I choose to keep my mouth shut about it. Mendenhall, I keep my mouth shut about whatever's going on with Bravo. If you don't say anything, people are going to talk shit. Eventually, people are going to start listening to what's being talked. And I'm tired of getting the sideways look that I'm the cause or reason of Bravo platoons. The whole investigation. That's what was said, that I was the cause. Then it got out that I was the one who spread the rumors about Cheryl Cromartie and Billy Brewer. That whole thing came out that I spread all these, and that's bullshit. That is not true. That is not what happened. I can tell you where it started. I can tell you how it started. I can tell you how it ended up. And I can probably tell you who spread that rumor. But it was not me. But when my face is not present, they're going to point a finger at me. So nobody has taken any of this into consideration. Nobody has stepped back and punted. Nobody has looked at it and go, you know, yeah, I'll say it. I'm going to blow my own horn for a minute. Nobody has stepped up and said, you know what, Will fucking took control of Bravo when Bravo needed somebody to take control. I didn't mess with the west side. I didn't mess with the south end. I took care of the guys on my side of town, period. Because nobody else would step up.
Where'd you work on, Bravo?
East side.
East side?
Nobody else would step up and do it. There was no sergeant, there was no lieutenant, and nobody gave a shit about it. Complaints were filed, statements were made, things were written, they all just magically disappeared and vanished. Nobody fucking knows where they went. But at the end of the whole thing, I'm labeled the troublemaker. I'm the one with the problem. I'm the one that gets transferred. That's bullshit.
Did you ask to leave Bravo?
No.
Oh,
The only
okay.
time I asked to leave Bravo was when I asked to go to Echo.
Right.
If they had left me on Bravo, I'd have been
See,
fine.
I didn't, I came in here at the very end of the Bravo thing, so I didn't have any
I
knowledge
didn't
of all
ask to
that
leave Bravo
stuff.
platoon. They asked me to leave Bravo.
What do you mean they?
They moved me. They moved me to Echo while I was gone. So, yeah, I think it's bullshit. I think I got railroaded, and it pisses me off. As far as the complaint goes with Richard Lane, personal opinion, I don't have anything to back this up.
And Richard Lane didn't make a complaint. I was
Well-
just asking just because, when we start doing an investigation, I pull your file up.
Well, as far as my write-up goes with Richard Lane, that whole thing, when I picked that car up, it was out of service when I picked it up. The day I picked it up, it was out of service. I didn't know that. I'm sorry. When I go over to the 32 and get into a car, I don't look up at the sticker. Fault me for it if you need to. That's fine. But I didn't look up at the sticker. 2 or 3 days later, we do an inspection. He looks up and says, "Did you know your car was out of service?" He obviously knew that the car was out of service because he turned around and looked at me and said, "Did you know your car was out of service?" I said, "No." He said, "You need to get taken care of." Okay, great. There was like a blue light out in the deck. And there was like one blue light out in the deck. He said, "You need to get that taken care of." Over the course of the next couple of days, between school, my wife, my kids, and work,
None of Deputy Lewis's immediate supervisors knew anything about the transfer, and there were no personal orders which would transfer him to the Echo platoon. Even Sergeant Lane asked him to turn Charlie's vehicle in on that night. Yet, he believes that he was railroaded. This agitated him a lot, but that also wasn't the cause of the complaint. It was his expression of anger.
that's where the 17 came from.
And just for his words were that he just said everything will be taken care of,
Because at that point,
that you needed or whatever.
yeah, whatever, it'll be taken care of, get you where you need to be, something to that effect. I don't know exactly.
He didn't say you're going to start on Echo on
He
17.
did not tell me I was going to start on that going to 7. No, he did not.
Back to the Sergeant Lane issue. And like I said, he was not the complainant by any means. This came up during some other parts of this when we were asking about the whole other stuff. Is there a deal between, or did you think there was some investigation going on or something? Or we've already talked about how you feel and y'all's deal, you and Sergeant Lane. There's no history, but y'all not going to exactly go have a beer together. Is there an issue with Dallas, Sergeant Lane, at all?
Absolutely not. Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
I know absolutely nothing about Sergeant Glass.
Okay.
He's a new sergeant, and that's all I know.
Have you ever said anything about taking Sergeant Lane down and taking Dallas with you?
Hell no. Man, this is some bullshit. Fuck no. I didn't say anything like that. I never made any comment about taking anybody down.
There, about, like, when all this started. And the whole-
Physically or like
No.
emotionally?
I don't mind disagreeing with somebody and not hating them, but a lot of people have a really hard time disagreeing with somebody and not hating like every single aspect of them. I respect Myron as a person. Anything that he said negatively about me, I don't even know if he says negative stuff about me, but anything he said, he'll say to my face on the show, which I also think is another big thing. I won't go on these shows and be like, oh yeah, like Red Pill, you know, I disagree a little, but it's like pretty cool. And then go into my stream and be like, this shit is retarded.
Right.
Like when I'm on the shows, I'm like, this shit is retarded. Even at dinner, we'll fight. I'll say like, this is retarded. But like, there's like a mutual respect and there's everybody knows where each other is. You want to know how you feel about Andrew Tate?
I don't go into the core of Andrew Tate, but I guess the surface shit that I have seen, I guess like the core values, I agree. And then he threw Adam under the bus. Did you see that?
Oh yeah, he told people to like, you guys should unsub from Valuetainment because of everything they do. Yeah, it's just wild. Yeah.
What?
Look at all of that. Okay.
That's interesting.
Okay, I think it's hard for people to disagree and still do whatever for a couple of reasons. One, people have a really hard time, like, I don't mind disagreeing with somebody and not hating them, but a lot of people have a really hard time disagreeing with somebody and not hating like every single aspect of them.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I can compartmentalize really well. Like, I respect Myron as a person because he seems like a really loyal person. He's never f***ed me over personally. He doesn't talk about me or anything like that. Anything that he
Stand
said.
together, Reddit Keyboard Warriors 07.
Hold on. Anything that he said negatively about me, I don't even know if he says negative stuff about me, but anything he said, he'll say to my face on the show, which I also think is another big thing. The second thing is that like, I won't go on these shows and be like, oh yeah, like Red Pill, you know, I disagree a little, but it's like pretty cool. And then go into my stream and be like, this shit is retarded.
Right.
Like when I'm on the shows, I'm like, this shit is retarded, right? When I came into these spaces, so this is kind of a question that I had, and I think I fought with Fresh and Fit, I think a lot on our first couple episodes, trying to figure out like, what are you guys advocating for? So when I would bring up like Andrew Tate tweets and Bugattis and all that shit, a lot of the times, these two clowns would tell me, they'd say, oh, this stuff is just a proxy for success. You know, you don't actually need the Bugatti. You need the ability to buy the Bugatti. You don't need to travel the world. You need to have freedom, you know, and all these things. So
He's lucky we're moderating.
yeah,
man.
so it seems like, so it feels like
Lamborghini.
but I think there's like a mutual respect that builds from that because like we'll go out to eat afterwards and even at dinner we'll fight. I'll say like this is retarded, but like there's like a mutual respect and there's everybody knows where each other is. But a lot of people in this industry will be like really polite on a show and then afterwards they'll get really nasty and then that's when people start to get really irritated more than anything else, more than any disagreement.
Yeah, no, I definitely noticed that. And I think that's what, okay, so serious note, I think like everyone was, a couple of people were like, oh, was it the stitch I did with your video? And they're like, oh, you're associating yourself with that cock. And I was like,
what you want. See ya later.
Ah, potential customer. Have a good one.
fuck. I was like, I don't want to open up this portal, guys.
Uh-huh.
And what
We started this journey in 2019, and with Wrath of the Lich King Classic confirmed for 2022, it is time for another class retrospective series. During Vanilla, we asked, was it any good though? In TBC, we moved on to ask, is it any better now? And for
Time is money, friend.
Hi, wanna play?
Laser. Drop the. Laser beam.
checks. Fuck a white girl, 12 neck, karate chop a grill, bitch I kill. Born from the center of a storm, all the boys slapping gums about.
What up, what up?
Hard, bitch, I'm harder. Martyr to the swag on the corner, beating girl up with the drums as the bass makes that bitch cold.
Doing the morning chat. I feel that, dude. I've been up since like 7 a.m., dude. Took my shit. Even though I kind of have to shit again. Nah, brother. Games are forward free. I feel like in the morning is when I have like my best games with people. Like people usually are more consistent. Older crowd, yeah. I'll be real, bro. I was silver 4 like earlier this week, and I just did it for like 3 days straight, dude. I think I won like probably 12, 15. I mean, also I was really locked in because it was morning and I had a coffee and like, you know, I wasn't like. It does, man. The good ones, yeah, or like okay ones, you know, where they're like coherent at least. Exactly, and that's the chains are unleashed. For years, dude, for over a year now, dude. That's facts. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And then negative flow, you just gotta stop for the day, bro. Literally, yeah. Literally just gotta stop, man. Honestly, dude, I'm gonna start swapping accounts again, dude. Just going to Nate is reformed, and then if for real, for real. 100%, yeah. Right. Right, right. I mean, I feel it, dude. And it also could just be that I'm in the rank, like bronze, silver, gold. All those three are like, it's like the rank of people that it's probably the biggest range of people in the world in that rank. So, like, that being said, you have the variety, bro. It's just a variety of just concoctions of people just chilling playing ranked, people really trying playing ranked, and then people who just actually don't give a fuck. Like, right, coming in smurfing, like you just got everything, bro. No, yeah, for real, for real. Yeah, Yasuo Ivern. Yep, I get that, bro, 100%. Yeah, my almost been Morgana. I fucking hate that champion, dude. I fucking hate it, dude. It doesn't even make sense, honestly. She just doesn't really do much besides just put you in place forever. Forever. And then the best part, you can't use your abilities while you're in place because she puts the thing at your toes. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, the ace hole, dude. Cancer. Yeah, I get the range, yeah. Right. Do I run Kane here? I think we need another front line. I could go. We'll go Viego. Always comfort. No, I know. I mean, I'm like 200k Viego, 200 like probably 300k Kane, and I'm like 600k Echo. So like all three of those are comfort for me. I mean, Swain, I got 250k. Yeah, right. Well, I just think like if like you pop bubble, that's just free engage for me, right? You come in, throw your shit, dash, stun after your stun, R, that's one kill. I start kiting with the new body or, aggressing with the new body, depending on who I get. You pull like Jax out somehow or like first fight or like Ace Hole. I mean, I just suck and fuck, dude. Like if we get Jax any fight, right? If we're grouped, I win the game. Like I will just jump, stun lock again, R again, and then it's just like, and then what? I get Ivern, and then I stun lock again, and then what? Xerath, I stun lock again. It's like they're not living, bro. I think you get the Mouse, bro. High key. Just kind of fucked. Oh, they dodgy. Huh. Stanky planky. CP, I know. I saw. Noticed that. Do you know how that works with Echo Stun? Really? Even though he's stun, he can use abilities? Oh my god, that's fucking broken. That's so broken, dude. Gangplank just absolutely shits on Echo then. What? Right, true. Oh, you got top. That nerf came out today, right? Kha'Zix nerf? Yeah. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Kha'Zix nerf, he got like his AD reduced by like 6. Melio nerfed. Lulu kind of nerfed. Basically, their base armor got reduced as mages, and their shield doesn't scale with levels anymore. It just is consistently 15, which is kind of fucking lame. I'm gonna be honest. Now Melio's gonna be absolutely useless. It's so funny. Like the scaling on his shield was probably the most important thing that he had in his kit. Yeah. Cause like he does an okay amount of healing, but it's not like Yuumi healing, you know what I mean? The only other thing he can do is bonk somebody away. Which is like pretty good, I guess, but it only does one person. So like I don't know. I feel like it's pretty anticlimactic. Rakan mid. Okay, that's a new one. He's gonna build full AP, I would imagine, right? Yeah. Awesome. Very good. I think I'm gonna play this. Fucking Kindred, dude. Son of a bitch. Actually, not bad. Not the worst case scenario. The tanks aren't meta anymore. What does that guy mean? I'm going like a bruiser tank. Maybe, I mean basically bruiser, but Gangplank. Yeah, nah, I wouldn't even be pressed about them, bro. I'm just gonna knock them all up for you, and then you're gonna put a barrel at their toes. Beautiful. Honestly, I'm not gonna do too much until I almost have to. Like I might give first drag here. Maybe just try to get Herald while he's dragoning. I was gonna say I could come through like one rotation if I path bot to top. Early, like yeah, 4 probably. Yeah, I'm pathing bot to top here with my camp rotation.
My flesh will never burn.
Right. I understand. I have 575 MS right now. How sick is that, dude? I'm gonna move the router into my room after this game. And I'm gonna hardwire. See if that helps. No, I know. Yeah, you're chilling. I don't have work the next 2 days, bro, so. A weekend right now.
Never trust a build rat.
Bro, I have 4 accounts. I've already bought 3.
My way back to Bilgewater. More powder. My heart is iron. Seas and men betray.
Good old Rakan mid. Love that. Honestly. Well, W. That's a kill though. Heyo. Love that, bro. Bro, get the fuck out of my goddamn game, Kindred. This is such a classic, bro. She's just standing on my blue buff with vision over the wall. Awesome. What a classic. Classic Kindred plays, let me tell ya.
A slow death will be their reward.
Not really, it's just like every Kindred does the same shit. And they think it's like, I know this, but it just doesn't matter because I can't do anything about it. I just lose my camps regardless, you know? Like, what do I do?
Do I look like a patient man?
Yeah, he's hard as a rock right now, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Horniest motherfucker I've ever seen. It's fucking brain dead gaming is what I've ever. It's fucking cancer, bro.
Everyone pays.
Actually fucking gay, bro. What do we do, bro? How we can't do anything here. What do we do? What do we do?
Betrayal stings like salt on a wound.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been
One.
slain.
Yeah, 2. Idiot. Pussy ass bitch.
The sea has no
That's facts.
but I do.
It don't matter when you suck dick at your champion. Like the fact that Kindred died to me there is absolutely absurd to me. Like, bro, you could just run away and shoot me while you're running.
Dead will herald my return.
Like, brother, you're an idiot.
Line him up. One slash, ear to ear.
Oh my god, I just got body blocked by Rakan so hard. I gotta move that router, bro, if I can. So don't routers need like internet plugs essentially, or like to plug in the wall that's like connected to, or is that just for TV? It's interesting. I heard that. He gets it soon though, yeah? I mean, like in seconds. I probably need it back. I got 2k gold.
More powder.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he probably gets it here. Can you come to Scuttle real quick?
Cruelty for all.
This is Kindred's mark. Yeah, that's good. Is 6, yeah.
Spit me out.
I mean, I can come through, but I'm not gonna try to, I'm gonna try my best not to die for it. I slowed him?
Bilgewater. Just like that.
No, I see you. I just, like, my thing is, like I wanted to make sure that you were cool, that I was gonna try my best not to die for it.
Hang 'em from the slaughter
An
dogs.
enemy has
Yeah,
been
no,
slain.
I saw. I peeped it. It's good. Good. He was low enough that if I came through the wall, hit one, you know, Q, he was gonna. Oh, are you okay here? That's pretty tough. Oh my fuck, dude! Holy shit, the damage. Huh? Why did that not put me through the wall?
Hate is a child's word. Another! I rarely forget and will never forgive.
Nice shot, Brand. Good shit, bro. What are you doing, homie? Why are you over there still? But what? Dude. No. That's not it. That's not the play. Not the play, bro. Now Kindred invades. Dude, I'm lagging like a bitch, dude.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Yeah, bitch boy.
Salt and brine.
I didn't kill him? Bro. Oh my god, that's cancer.
An enemy has been slain.
You should see this guy's health bar right now. Jesus Christ. Fuck. He still didn't. And then he came back to W.
I'll take back what's mine.
Yeah, he's fucking tilted for sure. High key though, I'm actually kind of upset I didn't kill that Kindred there, bro. Like if I was on my old ping, dude, that's a kill every time. Not gonna Kezi.
Found my hate in the fire.
Sitting at 115 all game, dude. It's fucking bullshit.
More a reckoning.
An ally has been slain.
They both have just magic shields for this brand, dude. It's crazy. Mary says you play so far back and then just instantly gets fucked on. Oh, sorry. Yeah, she just jumps in, bro.
Enemy killing spree.
My ship.
Shut down.
I'm not killing him now. Rakan doesn't even want to kill him, so I'm just moving around the map at this point.
I lost my ship.
I can probably kill bot though in a second if they walk back up. Yeah. I gotta minute and 12 before I get my form.
My vengeance will be bloody. Another.
An ally has been slain.
I think Rakan just fucked him. Yeah, he did. Wow. Impressive.
Never trust a build rat. More powder. I'll take my time with them.
An ally has been slain.
I'll hack my way back to Bilgewater.
Turret plate.
I can't play the video game. I just got CC'd for probably 25 seconds. Get in there, bro. Oh, you can't get in there. That's the problem.
No concept of misery.
I need to go get form. Zed comes here for sure.
Haven't seen blood yet.
Alright, you guys just don't throw anything, bro. Rakan, you don't even go, bro. What? You should. He pinged it like 3 times. Been waiting.
Triple kill. Your team has destroyed a turret. Enemy killing spree.
Okay, well, I got form, so at least I could start playing the game. Yeah, I know, dude. They're level 9. They're level 7 versus two level 9 fuckers.
Always watch your back. A slit throat is too painless. I'm far from done killing.
Honestly, not bad though. One dragon. They have Herald, but yeah, I can come. I'm ready. Free.
Bodies will choke the
Question mark?
A slow death will be their reward.
Yeah, I can see that.
Don't get comfortable in my absence.
He's 6-2, bro. It's not entirely great. I don't know how many stacks he has, but Jesus Christ, Harvalian's just getting fucked on. It's crazy because I ganked them first. I guess I ganked them second, but still, they got a gank, and I don't think Kindred came one time. I got counter ganked.
A turned back deserves a knife.
I gotta go kill this fucking Lux, bro.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Oh, of course she's fucking getting hovered, bro.
I'll burn it all down if I can't have it.
An enemy is unstoppable.
Just fucking surrender, bro. Like, I just can't play the video game with these two. It's just, they're, God, man. They're just dead. All game. Fuck.
It's like salt on a wound.
I just don't have enough fucking... I need better ping, dude, to play, like, these skilled champions. Like, I can't even move away from these stuns, dude. It's just, they'll hit me before I can even see them. Fucking bullshit. Yeah, their whole team's just running it down mid, bro. Like, they're just fucking fed to the brim, bro. I just don't even care, dude. I'm just so fucking bored. It's just these two, bro. Just fucking report them. Call it a day. Fucking retards, man.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Has no memory, but I
This is actually tilting though. It's like I'm playing a whole different fucking game, bro.
tides of dead will herald my return.
Boris, bro.
An ally has been
It's just crazy, bro. It's just so crazy, dude. I can't help anywhere. There's 3 people with 17 CCs, bro. My champion's worthless. I'm a worthless teammate. Stand in the ultimate, Brand. Don't walk out, you dumb fuck. And he gets that still. That's impressive. Homegirl was literally just bot lane and she ran across the map. Across the map in time. While... it's different, bro. The fuck you want from me, bro? I can't play the goddamn video game. Take me one more fucking time, dude. Like, how does that hit me? It's just this people, bro. The fuck you want from me, bro? Think those be cautious? I don't care anymore. I'm fighting, Rakan. I don't care. I farmed all fucking game. I'm over it. I'm playing my champion. Whether I die or not, I don't care. You didn't run one time to bot lane. Fuck yourself. Literally, his champion sips. I feel like that's all you would do on Rakan. You push in the wave and roam. And you haven't done that one time. I know, bro. But it's just fucking tilting, dude. Because I physically can't play the video game at 170 ping for 20 minutes, dude. I just fucking don't understand why my dad changes the internet. Like, I guess it's cheaper, but like, dude, you had a terabyte. You had terabyte fiber, and you went to T-Mobile internet. Bullshit.
reborn of salt and brine.
legendary. Inhibitor has been destroyed.
Oh, yeah, me too.
I found my hate in the
Facts. And if you don't roam, I mean, you're not gonna do nothing on Rakan mid. My own opinion, but
Has been slain. An enemy is legendary.
It's facts. She just has the R ability, so how do I beat her, bro?
Your turret has been destroyed. An enemy
Don't worry, guys. We'll somehow win. XD.
Bones are splintered. Filth. Another.
Ping me, bro. Is that James? Jackson. Zach. That was good. Gangster. Bro, I literally I can't even catch him, dude. It's just
An enemy is legendary. Enemy double kill.
right, yeah, that's crazy. No. This is so fucking gay, bro. I've just been 1v1'd or 1v3'd or 1v17'd all game, dude. Nah, fucking what's his name? Kha'Zix nerf, Milio nerf, Annie nerf, I think. Aurelion Soul? No, I don't think so. I'm just really fucking annoyed, dude. This is crazy. Like, I just don't even understand how you're playing Samira and you go 1-9 against Morgana and Lux bot lane. Number one, you have an ability that can literally dodge any of their abilities, right? That's the first thing. Second thing is you have a brand support, bro. You guys do nothing, have to do nothing, bro, and he just hits abilities.
It's like so much damage in the lane.
I'll hack my way
Doesn't even make sense, bro. And it's like he's over here when there's a dragon, and you want more experience, bro. I get it. That's awesome and shit. But like, guess what? We're gonna lose now because they have every dragon.
Seas and men.
Dude, I got my internet changed, dude, and it's just like, it's so garbage. Did he even pop? He hasn't even popped all yet, bro. No, that is just crazy, dude. I know, bro. It's just the bot lane, dude. They 1 in 10. I mean, yeah, I went 3 in 10, but I just, Jesus Christ, bro. This is fucking bullshit, man. Level 1 kills me in my jungle, and then bot lane feeds him 5 kills, so he's actually just stronger than me. I can't contest anything, you know. Free. Really? Oh, that's tough. Right. It's just fucking bullshit. Yeah, honestly. My thing is there, I just didn't need to even try to help them once they were just so behind. I don't fucking know, bro. Well, what it really needs, I need better ping. I need to get better ping, or else I'm gonna die. So I'm gonna move my router into my room and try to hardwire it. Because 170 ping, bro, is just so crazy, dude.
Oh, it's like mega